Hi, I'm David Johnson, pastor of New Tabor Brethren Church here in Caldwell, Texas, and this is Bible Boost. Welcome. Today I'm doing the part 2 in the series that I've been preaching in the church called Identity, and this is Raise the Standard. Standards have been something that has been with us throughout history, thousands and thousands of years ago. And we have some standards that we respect, here in America. There's a lot there. I want to show you a couple of flags right quick. Of course, this one's very familiar, United States of America, Star-Spangled Banner. Of course, if you're a Texan, this is a big deal. No state in the union loves their flag more than Texans do, the Lone Star. And of course, that was at a contest the other day. I was at a football game, college football game, and I just snapped this picture of the beauty of both those combined together. And then you have another flag that comes from Texas, Come and Take It. This is being used in the Second Amendment movement. This is what Texans say when you say we're going to take your guns. We say, well, if you want them, come get them. And that doesn't mean you're able to. And of course the Aggies, the Texas A&M Aggies, that's really a big team around here, big school. We love the Aggies here. And then of course, you're going to talk about the neighbors in Austin, the University of Texas Longhorns. You see these flags often in people's cars and on the backs of their bumpers. And then you have, this was my favorite flag. This is the flag of the resurrection. This is the flag that I would like placed over my casket when I die. I want to identify with the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Not a college team, not a state, not a country, but the resurrection. I love that. And then of course you have the Star of David, the Israeli flag, the most beloved flag in my opinion in the world, because this is God's people. And this is who we defend. And then, of course, you have this. It's called an ichthus, which is the sign of the fish. This is how Christians identified each other. And the Romans, or wherever they were, didn't know what it meant. But they would muster around this. This is how they announced where their meetings were going to be. So there are a lot of emblems. This emblem here is the standard for the Unity of the Brethren, the denomination that I'm a member of. And then, of course, many people recognize the Christian flag, which is very recognizable. So all of these flags mean something. Let's go to the scripture right quick in Numbers chapter 2 and verse 2. It says the Israelites are to camp around the tent of meeting some distance from it, each of them under their standard or their flag and holding the banners of their family. So around the tabernacle in the wilderness, they would identify with the flags of each tribe. This is nothing new. For millennia, we have identified with standards, with banners and flags. And there's one over your life right now. My question to you is, what is that exactly? It will be waved at your funeral. So where will you muster? Here in Texas, we have something called the mustering oak. And it's a tree in LaGrange, Texas, where the people that went to the Alamo to help defend it, they gathered at that oak. And this oak can still be seen downtown LaGrange. And every war America's been in since then, Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, they've all come to that tree in LaGrange to muster just as the defenders of the Alamo. Don't you love history? Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 12 says, he will raise a banner for the nations and gather the exiles of Israel. He will assemble the scattered people of Judah from the four quarters of the earth. And that Star of David is what Israel is gathering around now. So we are God's people, and He is our standard. He's our flag. Exodus chapter 17 and verse 15 says, Moses built an altar and called it, the Lord is my banner, or Jehovah, or Yahweh Nissi. God is our flag. He is our identity. Song of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 4 says, He brought me to the banqueting house, His banqueting house, and His banner over me, His flag over me, was love. Finally, we had another standard that was raised over 2,000 years ago. It was on a hill called Calvary. And Scripture says that if God be lifted up, if Christ be lifted up, He will draw all men to Him. So here is where this took place. When I'm lifted up from the earth, I will draw all men to myself. Jesus Christ is my flag. He is my banner. He's where I mustered. And in that cross, He sealed my purpose. He sealed my destiny. He sealed my redemption. And most importantly, He sealed my identity. Who are you? Who do you stand with? I stand with the cross of Christ. He is my banner. He is my flag. I hope He is yours too. God bless you. We'll see you next time on Bible Boost.